Hi guys, welcome to the channel. Okay, so we're going to be talking about signs and symbols, and the first one I wanted to talk about, or the first ones I want to talk about, are ones that we are really familiar with, and then when I go through the presentation, I'll talk about more occult things, things that are not really shown to us. But I wanted to start off with the pentagram or the pentacle. So, oftentimes, this symbol is associated with the witches, the wizards, and it's often seen as a symbol that is against religion, it's against humanity per se, it's considered evil. If you guys look at this one is upright. So this is what they call the pentacle. It's used in jewelry, art, and religious symbols, and the meaning represents the five elements: earth, air, fire, water, and spirit, and protection against negative energies. Just letting you guys know that the pentagram or the pentacle deals with the earth energy or Gaia, and this is old knowledge, this is ancient knowledge, this is stuff that we used to do, and we were allowed to use voodoo, we were allowed to use this stuff in our daily lives, but it has been subjugated with judgment against the church and religion and just society in general. Why? Because if you truly knew your true power, if you guys could tap into your magic, you wouldn't really need religion. You wouldn't need to use your magic that you have. But I know there are people out there that are starting to go back to the voodoo, they're starting to go back to their witch roots, and this is not anything evil. Nothing is evil with this symbol. Using the symbol, again, represents earth magic. And a lot of us are tapping into our earth magic. We're tapping back into the nature, we're tapping back into the elements. That is all this represents. And this is a symbol of who we are. This is one of the symbols that we used back in the day. The next one I want to show you guys is the one that we often see a lot. And if you guys look at this one right here, you will see that the pentagram is backwards. And it actually says I don't know, what does that say? Does it say Samael Lilith? Putting the pentagram backwards or reversing it has turned this symbol into what the elites or the secret societies want to use against us as the devil symbol and make us be afraid of our own magic. And they have used it for their own magic and they have used it against us. And unfortunately, they have demonized deities or people that we saw as goddesses, who we saw as a part of the earth, such as Lilith, who was nothing dark, who was nothing evil back in the day. This symbol, again, is nothing for us to be afraid of. It has just been demonized, and they have used it against us. They have used magic against us, whether it's using the magic of television, it's using the magic of symbols, putting it in our face without us knowing what it actually means, and they twisted and turned the real meaning and used it against us. And they have basically demonized all magic because they want us to stay away from it. They don't want you to tap into your power. They don't want you to become the witch or wizard that you are. They don't want you to become that magician who just manifests easily in this world. And you guys can see the two talisman. I'm not really sure exactly what they mean, but again, devil energy, Luciferian energy, they try to use against us with all these symbols, making us afraid of our own magic. Okay, so the next thing I'm about to show you guys is something that might shock you guys or you might not be aware of, but it is existing in our world. So where do they like to hide symbols? Well, for one, they like to hide symbols in flags. So I'm just going to read you guys what it says. The current coat of arms and symbol of the flag of Ukraine, the crest of Ukraine, correspond to the so-called Khazarian Targa or Khazarian Tamga, belonging to the former Khazarian Empire, where the Khazarian Mafia arises and originates from the former Khazarian Empire. Okay, if you guys look at the flag, you can still see there is a crest, there is still this Tamga still on the Ukrainian flag. There's a modern version that doesn't, it's just like no crest, no nothing. but this is pointing to the Khazarian Mafia. The Khazarian Mafia is currently the ones that the ones that were formerly controlling much of the world, and they are the Khazarian gang that has formed a lot of secret societies that basically want to subjugate humans, that basically don't want us to know our God self. They are the ones that have been in control for a very long time, and that is all crumbling, and a lot of their signs and symbols have not been revealed. So I was wanting to reveal this to you guys just to let you know that they do put their mark, the mark of the beast, all over the place. They show us who they are. They show us that, hey, you're not going to be in your God self. You're not going to be able to know who you are. You're going to be in this age of darkness, in the Kali Yuga, because we are the ones in control. We are going to use magic against humanity. We're going to use magic against everyone, and we're going to keep everyone in a sleeper spell, in sleep, unconscious. Most likely, if you're listening to this, you are not unconscious. You know what's going on. I'm just giving you more data points or more information about what has been happening. And also, this video is for you guys to start seeing the signs and symbols more and more, so we can start pointing them out and be like, hey, they're doing this. They're putting their mark on everything. They're letting us know that they have been controlling. They have been devising against us. They have been trying to keep humanity asleep for a very long time. Okay, next symbol I'm going to show you guys is Baphomet. So this symbol has also been demonized. This symbol is very ancient. This is from Egypt. And if you guys look at sources on the internet, they're going to say, "Oh, this doesn't really trace back to Egypt," but I did find information that says yes, and I've also heard some master teachers that have been talking about this. And when you look at this image, instantly the unconscious belief or portrayal of this is the devil, and it is a demonized image once again, and we're supposed to be afraid of this, like, oh, this is the fucking devil, and we're supposed to be afraid. But if we look at the true meaning of Baphomet, it is the god of fertility in association with Baphomet. Actually, the real name I think is I can't even say it, but I think you guys can see it at the top. I'm gonna read you guys some facts about it really quick. I'm not gonna read you everything because I think you guys can see it, but Baphomet, the god of fertility, Ba, the lord of Medes, was depicted with the head and the type of a ram that was once common in ancient Egypt but is now extinct. See the picture below of Ovis, the ram-headed god Kudin. Okay. Fact 2, he was consulted at the time of the divine tribunal and decided that Osiris, rather than Horus and Set, should be the ruler of Earth with the title of the great living god. Fact 3, he was believed to be Ba of Re, Shu, Geb, and Osiris. The Ba was part of the soul that was embarked on a journey to follow the gods, referred to Ka and Ba. Fact 4, his cult center was based in Medes, in the Nile region of Lower Egypt, together with his consort, the fish goddess Hat-Mahit, and their son Harpocrates, aka Horus, the child. They formed the Triad of Medes, also referred as the Milesian Triad. Baphomet is the joining of feminine and masculine. It is nothing more than one of the gods or goddesses, or the combining of the god and goddesses of fertility. It is nothing to be afraid of, but when you're watching media, when you're listening to religion for most of your life, you're just gonna say, huh, that's just evil. I need to get away from that. But this is ancient knowledge, and we're all awakening to it. This is nothing bad. This is nothing to be afraid of. And if we look back at the image again, it is the combining of the feminine and the masculine. There is snakes here, referring to the Kundalini energy. There is the star, which is your third eye. And there are wings because you are the angel. You are the angel of light. You have all the knowledge and wisdom that you need within you, and you need to start combining the masculine and the feminine together, combining that knowledge and wisdom together, and not just relying on reason or logic, but knowing that there is a quantum world. You need to start using the right side of your brain, more of the feminine, to usher in more power. And that is an ancient symbol, and I'm going to go on to the next symbol, which is in our media today. So let's go to the next one. Guys, so the next thing I want to talk about is pop culture. I want to talk about this movie, Mufasa. This is the same story of Horus and Osiris, and Mufasa was adopted. They let us know his original story, where it all came from. He was saved by Scar at a young age, and he usurped the throne from Scar. So, for me, I have a feeling that they're pointing to that a lot of humanity has been usurped. All of the governments have been usurped by an entity, the secret societies that I have been talking about, and they have been in power for a while. Again, another interpretation could be the Horus and Osiris story, where the rightful heir gets the throne, the real king gets the throne, which is us, the souls of this earth, who are not doing anything dark, who are not doing anything evil, are returning back to power. So there are like two ways to see this interpretation. Again, I will just say that yes, secret societies, the Khazarian gang have usurped the throne. It is kind of weird that they have this story of Mufasa where he is adopted, he was found by Scar. I'm not really sure why they did that, but they're probably pointing to a truth that they are going to reveal to us, and I think that it is basically that humanity has been usurped by evil forces, by these secret societies for a long time, so we can never know the supreme self, we can never know the god self, and they're putting it in a movie. Okay, so the next movie I want to talk about that maybe you guys know about is The Acolyte, and when I saw this movie, I thought it was kind of weird. I don't know if you guys agree with me or not, but it's kind of weird that during a golden age where Jedis should be on top of things, they are suddenly all massacred and dead. And I don't think this movie was, or this series was very popular, but I think they are signaling that there is a golden age that is coming. We are becoming the Jedis once again. We are becoming the Jedi Masters once again. But they did, in this movie, there is a bunch of Jedis that die. And again, I think that is just their motives that they wish to happen to humanity. They want to kill a lot of us off, and they don't want us to tap into our master powers. They don't want us to tap into our powers whatsoever. Which leads me to the last movie I wanted to show you guys, which is Supercell. And this is a Netflix series as well, and there's a bunch of guys, I think, in this movie that have supernatural powers. So why are they putting this in your face? Why are they showing this, broadcasting this all over the place? Because they want to let us know that these people exist. These people are from the earth. We are from the earth, and we are connected to the divine. We are God, we are the creator, and we do have innately, we do have these powers, and they're going to show us in our face in an unconscious level. We're going to be attracted to this. We're going to be like, oh my gosh, that's so freaking awesome. But on a subconscious and unconscious level, we know this is truly the truth of humanity, who we truly are. We do have access to psychic powers. We do have supernatural knowledge, powers. We do have all of this connected to us. And I think you guys should check this out. It's really interesting how it plays out. I haven't watched the series, but I've watched trailers, and it's just like right in our face. All of the signs and symbols whether it's in media, is in our face. I don't want this presentation to be super long, but I'm going to end it off here. So we have astrological updates, and this is what has been going on. I didn't put what's going on in December 15th, but I'll put it on the screen. So December 8th, we have a 2.2x class solar flare. This has already happened, but if you guys are watching, you probably most likely have felt it. You guys know what I was talking about. I think this was one of our biggest solar flares. So, what are the purpose of the solar flares? The solar flares are the sun sending us DNA updates. It's the sun basically supporting the new earth, the rebirth of a new earth. And it's going to continue to send messages to our DNA so we can progress as a humanity. We can become the new supreme selves that we are. We can become the new earth. And another one I wanted to talk to you guys about was Saturn hidden by the moon. So that also happened this past month. And what does that mean? That there's going to continue being energy spikes. There is going to be a wake up call where the whole earth is most likely going to be elevating in consciousness. There's going to be more of us waking up. There's going to be more of us knowing who we are. There's going to be more of us knowing who are the people doing the dirt, who are keeping us asleep for another hundreds of years, 200 to 300 years. And we're going to know who we are, and it's going to be in front of our faces, and they're going to reveal a lot more information about all of this crap, all of this shit that they have been doing behind the scenes. Kind of like the Wizard of Oz, where we finally reveal behind the curtain that there was this old, wicked magician guy just doing whatever the fuck he wanted while everybody was asleep. Okay, so the last thing I wanted to let you guys know was the shooting stars. Let me check when they are. So they begin in December 5th and they end in December 20th, and the peak of the activity is on December 8th. So if you guys see shooting stars, just know that is also the upgrades. There's also a rearranging of the stars, and we're becoming we're becoming more conscious as a collective. We're going to be living in a new era, the Aquarian Age. And all of these signs, all of these symbols, whether it's on the television, whether it's up in the sky, they're going to continue to happen. And I know if you guys are listening to this, you are feeling this, you know what's going on. I'm just adding a little bit more data, more knowledge, more wisdom for you guys to grasp. But yeah, guys, I think I'm gonna end it here. Thank you so much for listening. I hope this encourages you guys to critically think and intuitively assimilate what is going on in the world. And yes, we are going to be waking up and we are going to be on this love frequency. We're going to be more in harmony. And if you guys could please subscribe or send this video to someone that you know will resonate or that needs to know about this knowledge, please do so. Alright, guys, thank you so much. Peace out.